Ah yes, our beloved Sinai Desert, the paradise for snipers and campers in artillery vehicles. For this reason, the desert is the one of the most frustrating maps we have the pleasure of playing. The Scout class is breaking popularity records here, especially in hardcore and 200% damage mode. If we can beat them, we will join them. Today, we will analyze the sniper gameplay, approaching this from a more professional side. Point B is the largest stroke point on the entire map. The most crowded place is a small passage marked in red. The passage leads straight to point C, which is the most strategically important point. But more on that later. If the sniper manages to get to the houses near the point C, he can single-handedly stop the entire enemy attack. As you can see from these windows, you can see the entire passage, off from the left and the right side. All you need is a bit of patience, and your opponents will go to your crosshair by their own. As I mentioned earlier, the point C is the most important point. Team controlling this point has the ability to shift forces to many other points, such as B, D, or E. Recapturing point C is also not easy. Narrow passages, many windows, and anti-aircraft gun improve the defense of this point. In the fragment of my gameplay, you can see how easy we can eliminate opponents by shooting from the windows marked in green. If we are defending this point, we must avoid moving in empty space. Personally, I always try to have at least some cover in front of me. However, some players do not know this and have paid the ultimate price. Based on previous events, what do you think will happen? Is it A, he's going to die? Is it B, he's going to die? Or is it C, he's going to fucking die? If you said he's going to die, you're absolutely correct. But it was D, I died quickly afterwards due to overpicking. However, trying to attack from an open field is not always such a bad idea. To understand this concept, we need to look at the world from three-dimensional perspective. High mountains are perfect to, quote, hide our figure. The enemy rarely walks with his sights in the clouds.
Onların askerlerinden birini görüyorum. Biri. Bizim düşman kaçıyor. O tarafta bir hattım askeri. Düşman askeri görüldü. Düşman tankı orada.
You have probably noticed that in most cases I hit opponents standing in the open field or on the roofs of point C, which confirms the role I mentioned earlier. It's worth mentioning to change your position every few shots. Just go to other window or just change your building. That way you can avoid being detected or being shot from other sniper. If you are detected, you will most likely die in a few seconds. That's why trigger discipline and the ability to choose a good place to shoot are so important. Obviously, your biggest enemy is a tank. I mean, it has armor, so it's way harder to kill it. Unlike a horse, right? Wrong! Your biggest enemy is a guy on a horse. These guys are extremely mobile. They are everywhere, and you will die to them so many times. For example, did you know that destroying the tank is way easier and safer to do than to kill this guy riding a horse? How the fuck does that even make any sense? The scout class is definitely the least prepared to fight a tank or to fight a cavalry guy. But for some reason, the assault class needs only one shot to kill this annoying bastard. And when I tell you, you will die a lot, I really mean you will die a lot. Weapon selection. It's much complicated topic than it seems. It defines our role in the team and in the game. The choice is large, so I will limit myself to a few weapons of my choice. Arisaka is one of the easiest weapons in the game. High muzzle velocity, decent fire rate and clear sights are helping us in fights at medium to long range. The biggest downside is definitely a clip capacity. 5 bullets are definitely not enough to withstand a long duel. Next up is Gever 95. This gun is perfect if you are struggling at hitting shots. Insane fire rate is the best feature of this gun. But there is a catch. Bullet drop makes this gun practically useless at longer ranges. 5 bullet clip is even worse. You won't realize how fast you can empty it, although it's fun gun to use. Martini Henry is very interesting. In every category it does really good. The best part about this gun is the sound it makes. It really makes you feel the power of this gun. Unfortunately, you can only shoot it once before reloading, but on the bright side it makes this gun even more satisfying to use. This gun is very skill based though. You have only one shot and you need to hit your shots every time, otherwise you are pretty much dead. M1903 is the type of gun you will bring for shooting at enemies at a very long range. His powerful scope and muzzle velocity will improve your accuracy. Other than that, it's pretty decent gun. As always, 5-round clip is a downgrade, but in this example is not that big of a deal since you are shooting at long range anyway. Now, this gun is one of my favorites. Overall good stats, very clean sight, and 10 bullet capacity is all you need for a sniper gun. Of course, no scope makes it a bit harder to shoot at longer ranges, but at least enemies can't see your bright side reflection. This weapon is very easy to use, especially at close medium range. It just has everything you will ever need. To fully maximize your potential, try using tripwire bombs to make sure your enemies have great times trying to flank you. Flare gun is also useful, especially when you're trying to take some ground or you have feeling someone is around you. Of course you can use whatever suits you. I'm just giving you my personal list of guns that I really enjoy using. Self-awareness is the hardest ability to learn. Map knowledge, picking fights and predicting enemies' movements are the hardest of them all. Battlefield 1 is very chaotic. Try approaching it slowly, don't overpick. And hell, let go of that shift key sometimes, or you can even camp in some windows once in a while. Pick every corner like you know there is an enemy. You will be surprised how often it works. And most importantly, listen to the sound. You can hear everything, from footsteps to unique sound cues like voice lines or even war screams of your enemy. Gather everything that can give you a slightest advantage. Remember you have pistol, which is quite powerful for close range combat. Be aware of your surroundings. Play smart, play safe, but most importantly, have fun. Huge shout out to Lotaru for helping me making this video happen. This video took days to edit and I had lots of fun making it. If you enjoyed today's video, consider subscribing, and I hope I will see you guys in the future videos. Bye.